Blessings, everyone. Blessings, blessings. Hey, Morgan. Hey, Dainty. Blessings, Randy. Hey, Shakina. Blessings, everybody. Make sure you put your seed in the ground today. We ain't forgot about the wave. This is a lifestyle. We don't stop because we want to, say we forget. Blessings, everybody. Blessings, blessings, blessings. I just wanted to speak on a video that I just saw a guy do. Um, this is why the Bible speaks about guarding your eyes and your ears from what you're listening to and what you're hearing, because you all will be following people who are misleading you farther from God. Now I'm listening to this guy who posted some content. He looks like a chubby dark skinned guy. I can't remember if he had dreads. He called himself Air Force 2.0 or something like that. I don't know, but he posted a video talking about this man. I guess they was about to get divorced because the wife was about to get her master's. She was about to graduate from getting her master's degree, and the daughter was about to graduate from pre-K. We got too many people who already operate in their feelings and their emotions already. We cannot live a life based upon how we feel and what we think people supposed to do and how they're supposed to be doing it. There's one way it's supposed to be done, and it's biblical. When we start thinking that our feelings and emotions are more important than what God says in his book, we gonna have to we getting farther away from God. We're getting farther away from God, and God is trying to draw us near to him. Blessings, everyone. Hey, Gabriel. He's trying to draw us near. That means he's trying to bring us closer to him. In order to get closer to God, you're going to have to learn to do things the way God wants you to do it. That does not mean live a life based upon your feelings and your emotions. Walking with God is going to hurt your feelings and your emotions. Trying to walk with him, your feelings going to get hurt. So I'm looking at the video. The video is talking about the wife graduates the same day as the daughter who he had before he got married. Now she's about to graduate from pre-K, so she's not about to graduate from 12th grade. Tap the screen, y'all, so I can know y'all hear me. I gotta teach this because we got too many people who stupid and they just content creators and they posting stuff based upon how they feel and what they think, and all they doing is gravitating to the people that feel and think the same way, and all it's doing is drawing you closer from God, because you need to change your mindset and the way that you thinking to walk with God. You cannot walk with God doing the same thing, thinking the same way. There is no way you coming over here with God thinking one way and you staying with God, you ain't gonna change the way you thinking. I don't care how proper you think you are. I don't care how much you think you're doing something right. However you come to God, you're going to become better. So you may not be the worst of the worst. You may not be the best of the best. But if you are worse, you're going to become better. And as you keep staying with him, you're going to become greater. If you are already great or good, by the time you keep coming over to God, you're going to learn to perfect some stuff. You're going to learn to master some stuff. Come on, tap the screen so I can know that you hear me. They blocking my stuff, I see. I got to teach this thing because it talked about how the wife was about to get her master's degree. She was graduating, and then she had a daughter that was about to get she was about to graduate from pre-K. And I saw in the comments, it's so many illiterate people out here. It's so many people that live their life based upon how they feel and how they think. And then all you need is somebody else that feel and think the same way. And you got 5 million followers, and you got 5 million likes, and you got 5 million subscribers, and you got 5 million shares just off one illiterate comment. So the man replies back and say, he had the baby before they got married. I said what I said. And y'all know Dr. D replied back, and I'm doing this live because we got too many foolish people who are content creators that's misleading y'all and drawing y'all farther from God. Y'all seeking God, but y'all don't even know real wisdom. All you got to do is apply the word of God to every situation. That's all you got to do. It's so simple. If the person ain't doing it the way God said, do it. So the fact that he got married after the child, and this gonna help somebody. If you had kids before you got married, when you get married, your wife or your husband come before your children. I know how your family raised you. I know what they taught you. I know what they said to you. I know how they did it, and I want you to know their life is not in alignment with God. If you get married right now, and the kids that you have before your husband comes first. This is called order. The fact that God told the most wealthiest person in the Bible to leave his son, God told Abraham to leave Ishmael. So the fact that you would think God would try to cause discord, God is a God of decency and in order. And if God did not plan for that child to come in your life, but you created that child, I'm not saying you ain't got to take care of it. But what I'm saying is if God don't want you to be a part of it, you're going to have to be okay not being a part of it. Your feelings and emotions going to have to get out of this situation, this game called life. It ain't got nothing to do with how you feel and what you think's supposed to happen. Because your emotions, because you got embarrassed, because you hurt. So the fact that he got married to this woman and the same day the daughter was finna graduate from pre-K, I would have went to my wife's graduation. And yes, I would have missed the pre-K because pre-K is not 12th grade. All I would have did is went there and I would have picked my daughter up after her graduation and me, her, and my wife would have went out to eat. And she could have spent the rest of the few days with us, me and my wife. The fact that he chose to go to his little girl graduation and not his wife, I would have divorced him. Because that right there, she would have known that he put them before her. And that means you probably still be in love with the baby mama and not me. And this is why God is saying you're going to have discernment. Because if a man ain't showing you right now he going to put you first, he ain't going to put you first when you marry him. You're not getting married to be put last. You've been last your whole life. The fact that you in alignment with God and he wants to send you a spouse, that means God is about to make you first on some man's list. That I don't care what he did and how he did it and who he wants. That all that went to the back. The mama went to the back. His mama went to the back. The kids he had before he got married went to the back. Your kids before your husband came go to the back. And the ones that you about to have, guess what? The wife or the spouse gonna come first. Then the kids, then your mama, then your grandmama, then your brother, then your sister. Y'all got too many of these people. Y'all talking about some, my brother come first. Baby, I would divorce you. I would leave you. That's not God's order. You don't put your sister and brothers in front of nobody. Now, I'm not saying you fake marrying. You pretending to be married to somebody. You know, we've been together so long. This my husband and my wife. No, you going to still be put last. Let me go over here and see what my mama wants. But until you put that ring on my finger, when I get that last name, baby, I am first. I don't care what your mama say, what they need. They need a man. They need somebody to come over there and help them. And then you got all these people liking this stuff and sharing it. Because they all thinking the same way on a lower level. And that's why can't nobody wake up. That's why can't nobody get closer to God. Because you got stupid people on here creating content that mislead people from God's way. And when you say something, they want to get offended. Baby, don't tell me how you feeling. I don't care. When you tell me I feel like, baby, them your feelings. I don't care nothing about your feelings. What did God say? When you tell me I don't like, baby, don't tell me what you don't like. Them your emotions. Tell me what God said. That's how Dr. D rolled. I don't care nothing about your feelings and emotions, baby, because they get in the way of your judgment. Y'all stay in relationships that ain't gonna never go nowhere because of how the person make you feel. When you know they ain't gonna never marry you, they ain't gonna never put you in no house. When you know they keep hurting you, see, your feelings and emotions keeping you stuck. I just had to come share this because this didn't make no sense to me. I'm sitting up here like, how he go to the little girl pre-K, baby? Pre-K don't even matter. This lady's finna graduate with her master's, and you finna put her last. And now I'm like, are they married? Because if they married, there is no way he finna miss the wife's graduation to go to a pre-K graduation. You mean to tell me nobody said, well, why don't you go to hers and then y'all go pick her up together and y'all just go celebrate together? And somebody was like, well, the people ought to be wrong. He had that baby first and he got to go to his child. That's his wife, baby. That's why don't nobody want to be married, because you think the wife come last, and the wife don't come last, baby. The wife come before your mama and your daddy, your sister and your brother. Ain't nobody getting married just so you could still do the same thing you was doing when we was boyfriend and girlfriend. Where they doing this at? And that's what's wrong with the world. That's why everybody walking around to me, I ain't never getting married. Why? Because they don't feel like it's no, you don't get no benefits for being married. The devil a lie. I wish somebody would come in my lifetime after their mama said, and we finna go do something together. No, baby, you're gonna have to wait till we finish. Then you're gonna have to go see about mama. I love her, but he said it's a reason he said cling to your wife. It's a reason he told Abraham to leave his family. Because I need you to cleave to your wife, and you can't cleave to your wife if your family around, because they're gonna whisper in your ear and cause discord, because misery loves company. Misery loves company, baby. And you've been wondering why he been saying he want to move. He want to move because your family in the way. Ain't nobody marrying you to marry your family. What they do this at? I ain't no CNA. I ain't no nurse. I'm not finna take care of nobody. This ain't no assisted living, no nursing home. I'm not wiping nothing. What they do this at? Talking about he went to a baby graduation. Man, if you don't go to your wife's graduation, I would have divorced them too. I would have divorced them too. I wish I would be about to graduate the same day a pre-K graduation is, and you chose to go to a pre-K graduation. You going over there with your baby mama and your child, baby. It seemed like you came over here to waste my time, but you really still in love with them. So go on over there with them, because you don't understand order. You don't understand what a wife is. A lot of y'all just want to say y'all married, but y'all don't understand what that comes with. That comes with putting me first. And if you ain't never put God first, I can't expect you to put me first. Come on, baby, make it make sense. And then you go on these people pages and they posting stuff like this. And we wonder why we got so many people who's single, who still boyfriends and girlfriends, and not a lot of marriages. Because our mindset don't even put us in a place to be able to be willing for God to even trust us with a marriage. What I look like sending you a marriage and you think your son go before my son? What I look like giving you a wife and you think your daughter go before my wife? Because y'all don't understand, when God sees us as a bride, baby, that means it's time to get married. So the fact that you want to put a ring on my finger so you can tell me you going to see your daughter graduate from pre-K, you know what? You gonna get this ring, gonna pack your stuff, and go on over there with your baby mama and your daughter, and y'all have an amazing day and enjoy the graduation. Because ain't no demon in hell gonna stop me from having joy as I walk across this stage getting my master's degree. That's why you ain't supposed to pick your spouse. You allow God to choose your spouse for you. And I promise you a job, when God choose your spouse, it ain't nobody you would have chose. You weren't even looking at them. You wouldn't have looked twice at them. You didn't even want them. You didn't ask for them. He gonna give you exactly what you would not have looked for, but you gonna understand the assignment and that you needed that person. And that person needed you. And then you're going to start understanding that love don't judge you off how you look. That love don't judge you off how you dress. That you start falling in love with the spirit inside of the person. I just had to come on here. I'm so sick of these foolish content creators. And then soon an apostle come and bring correction, they want to get offended. You look gay anyway, giving bad advice. Talking about he should have went with the child. The child was before they got married. That's why you sitting on the couch and ain't gonna have nobody. Because you think at a lower level. And all you doing is connecting with people that think just like you on a lower level. Well, I'm gonna need you to come up a little higher so God could want to bless you. Because God ain't gonna bless you down there on the ground. You're gonna have to come up higher to get blessed. The car you want on another level, not on the ground, baby. The relationship you seeking God for, it's on another level. It's not on the ground, baby. That's why you sitting at home posting every day, because you ain't got nobody. Because your mindset needs to be renewed and restored. You need to be changed. Ain't got nobody. Because your mindset needs to be renewed and restored. You need to be changed. Talking about yesterday, I said a lot of this double-mindedness, all this is bipolar and schizophrenia. All we're doing is helping mental patients. That's all we doing in ministry. We helping mental patients. All this double-minded. Don't know if you hear God. 1 minute you hear this person, you don't know if it's you hear. Baby, that's double-mindedness. That's called mental illness. That's bipolar and schizophrenia. You're hearing 2-3 people at one time. Your thoughts, somebody else's thoughts, and God's thoughts. You're confused. You need some healing and some deliverance. Since you want to call it what it is. Ministry and mental health issues. You can't hear God because you're confused. You got too many people speaking at one time. They give you a check for that. I'm sitting over here healing and delivering people who supposed to be on medication. And then y'all want to downplay my ministry. Baby, I'm taking the hard cases that don't nobody want in their ministry because it'll make them look bad. Just like they don't want to accept your children in their school because your child going to make their scores look bad. I'm over here doing the dirty work. I ain't mean to come on here and do too much, but I seen that video talking about the man married to the wife, and the wife was graduating the same day as the as the pre-K daughter, and this the daughter he had before the wife, and they about to get a divorce because he went to the pre-K graduation, and I said he need a divorce because he don't understand what a wife is and what come with being a husband and what a husband is supposed to do for his wife and how he's supposed to support his wife, and that the wife comes before any and everything. And that means your mama and your dad and your sister and your brother and your children that you already had before him. Isn't it funny that we want these people to accept and take care of our children, but when it come down to them disciplining our kids or making decisions that are put them last, we feel some type of way. They good enough to provide and protect y'all kids and take care of them and look after them. But when it come down to them saying, hey, you coming to my graduation or you going to the pre-K? Didn't nobody say, why don't you go to see your wife graduate, and then y'all go pick up the baby after the pre-K graduation, tell them to take some videos and some pictures and send them to you, and you can pick up and she can spend a few days with you and your wife and y'all can go celebrate. Ain't nobody have that big ideal in their head to say that. The fact that you can go in the comments and see over 500 people say the same thing over and over. He was supposed to go with his daughter. No, the hell he wasn't. No, the hell he wasn't. And you know what? He absolutely was supposed to go with his daughter because that wasn't his wife. See, some of y'all get intimidated off intelligent women. So y'all will try to go back to the person that wasn't going, still on Section 8, still ain't got nothing. See, God was trying to bring him up by giving him a wife that had more than him, a wife that was on a higher level than him. It was for him to come up. Instead, they get intimidated and run back to the person that was dumber than them to make themselves feel superior. So you absolutely right. He was supposed to go with the baby mama because she needed to see that wasn't her husband that God sent her. He was a fool. I would have divorced that nigga the same day. Baby, you can keep everything you got. I don't want nothing from you. We're going to just part ways. I wish you nothing but the best. All is well. I just had to say that, y'all. I love y'all. I'm about to get my hair cut. I had to come and tell. I'm so sick of these people misleading people from God. All these fake content creators, everybody trying to make money, love of money. It's the rule of all evil. Everybody just wants some money, posting. And then it just show you how many illiterate people on this earth that connect with them. If you really want to know how many dumb people in this world, go look at a lot of these dumb posts and look at all the people that share and like them and comment. They're going to tell you all the people on the same level. And that's why, and them all the ones going to work a job for the rest of their life and post content for the rest of their life. Because God ain't going to never be able to change them, to bless them. They don't want to change. They like the way they are. Because somebody told them that God going to accept you the way you are for the rest of your life. Baby, your time going to run out. Your time going to run out. What use do God got for you if you ain't going to change your ways and do what he brought you here to do? Because I'm pretty sure he didn't bring us to the post content. He did not bring us here to come down here and upload stuff and mislead people. Not only are the preachers misleading people, the content creators misleading people from God. Y'all ain't got, I'm talking about, I understand why some of y'all lack discernment and can't discern which one is from God and which one not. You got a whole lot of people doing the same thing that's wrong. And you got a few people who doing what's right. You got one on Instagram, she over here crying and having a meltdown because she just got through smoking weed, but she claims she an apostle. That don't even make sense. When God started talking to you about being an apostle, baby, that little weed taste would have been gone. There's some certain things that you got to sacrifice when you start getting up in them levels. And the fact that people think that they can still fall short and do the same thing up on them levels and hold them titles. Baby, you a false prophet. You a false apostle. You a false whoever you claim you are. I don't care how much you came and repented openly in front of a crowd. You're false. Let me get off of here. I love y'all. Have an amazing day. God is good. I see you soon. Bye.